Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping All Subjects channel. We coming with part 2. I talked a little bit about Mr. Let Go. I'm going to talk some more about him on this video, and we're going to put him on the grill later on. Some things he said recently. Again, this man is trying to advocate for marriage in 2024. So what did I tell you about him? 2024, these women, the way they are, he's advocating for marriage. Come on now. So we got to put him on the grill tonight. Sizzle dizzle. So, but I want to talk a little bit about simps, what have you, on this video. Now, again, as the old saying goes, man, money don't make the man. Man makes the money. So when you see people who try to flip the script, if you will, because like I told y'all about him, like I know a little bit of his content. I had a little run-in with him on his channel, but I've been watching him enough to tell you about him. Now, no YouTuber is always wrong. I don't believe there's a YouTuber in these YouTube streets that's always wrong. You know what I mean? He has said some things from time to time that make sense. It's just he one of them was where a lot of what he says does not make sense and cannot be applied peaceably and beneficially. He tries to show off for women. Y'all know I did the short about some of the things that simps do. And the clips I'm gonna play later was once again Mr. Let Go trying to show off for women. But again, if you go back, put Kendra G, Mr. Let Go. And you'll see that it wasn't too long ago that Mr. Let Go was on Kendra G trying to get dates, trying to get attention. Wasn't that long ago. Now he's an expert. So, simps, you gotta realize they're gonna always try to show off. They're gonna always negatively compare themselves to you, with them being the positive, you being the negative. And he said niggas is broke. Well, it's people from every race that's broke. But too often we see these black guys, they want us all to listen to them, but they talking out of both sides of their mouth. He's another one. 1 minute, he talking slick and talking down unconstructively. I can see if it's constructive on black people. The next minute, he's talking about my people, us. That's a game, man. That's game to keep you supporting him. But he's like along the lines of, I would say, angry man. He's along those lines that they want to support, but every chance they get, they fart in the face of black men. So, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it now, we're going to talk about it later. First of all, these YouTube streets, right? Okay, let me show you how these streets is. First, they was telling me, oh, you ain't gonna debate Anton until you debate him. So I went to one of his videos and challenged him to a debate. He didn't respond. And now they saying, why would he debate you? See, all of that stuff is game. See, people just be talking. People be talking. And like Mr. Let Go was calling Coach Greg a cornball, this, that, and the other. But Mr. Let Go is one of them dudes that you be like, man, if he going, I ain't going. You know what I mean? Like back in the day when it's time to kick it, he one of them dudes that I would have been like, man, if he going, I ain't going. I don't even like dudes like that. Because I never liked the guys that try to show off for women and had the dirty Mac on you just to get women. I never liked those type of guys. I never wanted to hang with those type of guys. When it was time to go holler at these women, I ain't want them type of dudes with me. We used to call it a trip across the border. That was a little phrase we had, like when guys be trying to sneak up and dirty Mac on each other, and next thing you know, you ride past, you see their cars outside the women's house. That's going on everywhere. That's going on these jobs. That's going on pretty much everywhere imaginable. You got all these dirty Mackin' dudes talking down on each other to get closer to women. You shouldn't have to do that. If you got game, you got game. You don't have to dirty Mac. Like, it would take a lot for me to try to get with somebody. I had to literally hate your guts to try to get with one of your females. Because I know it's enough for both of us. So I never was really that type to try to get with other guys, women and stuff. But you listen to people like Mr. Let Go. I see all of that in him. The dirty Mac. The trying to act like you the only one with money. All of that. First of all, let's go here. When I hear people who all they do is make videos on YouTube, and that's their sole source of income or their main source of income, man, I'm really not trying to hear you. I'm not trying to hear you, because a lot of the ones that we see doing this, they got like an inside track. Like they know somebody in YouTube, or somebody in YouTube likes them, so they push their videos. It's politics with this. You know, regardless of what some of these guys try to say, there are politics with this. So, I would tell you guys, get your money. Get as much money as you can. Save your money. Make money. Have income streams, multiple. Don't just zero in on one. Even if you take off on YouTube, I wouldn't zero in on just YouTube, because they can demonetize you at the blink of an eye, and now you back to square one again. So just take YouTube as extra. Don't try to be one of them ones that you basically make all of your income off of YouTube. Don't be that person. Have your job, drive a truck, do whatever you gotta do. Uber, Lyft. I know he tried to talk down on Uber, Lyft drivers. Some of them, when he did that, I instantly looked up his salary. I'm like, man, he talking like that. There's some Uber driver that make more than him. They had him capped off at 60-some thousand. It's like I make that from my main source. And I don't even like comparing myself. But with dudes like that, sometimes you gotta let people know. So the low end, they had them all low. I'm like, man, I know he ain't at home all day for that money. That ain't even no money. They had him capped off at, what, 63,000 or something like that? What that means is he's making no more than $60-something thousand. If that's your main source, or if that's your only source, I should say, not main, but only, that's a problem. Now, if you by yourself, okay, you can make it work. You can make it happen. If you got kids and stuff like that, you need to be 80 and up. 80 per year and up. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Man, I feel tired for some reason. I just bought me a new bed. You know how when you get a new bed, sometimes you gotta get used to it. You be tossing and turning, trying to get a nice position on it. Let them tell it I can't buy myself nothing. Because I don't get my car fixed every time I need something. Apparently, I don't have any money. But, just keep going. So these simps, you'll be amazed. If your wife work or your girlfriend work, you would be absolutely amazed at some of the stuff they probably putting in her head about you. And then she comes home acting disrespectful and talking crazy. Oh, I wouldn't take that off. I wouldn't, man, you know what you need to do? You need to do. And now here she come. She coming home talking slick to you. Man, if you don't go and grind for no other reason, do it to get over these simps, to be above these simps, man. Shut the mouth of these simps. Shut their mouth, man. And that's people been talking a little too much. Like lately, I be looking at it like, so they trying to turn this into a competition thing. Okay. I don't even like to think like that, but sometimes you have to. 'Cause people just be doing the most. So these simps is the reason why these women act the way they do. It's not the alphas, it's the simps. Cause the simp will come and open back up those wounds that the alpha done. Basically perform surgery on these women. The simp will come along and take out the stitches. Let me help you with that. But they'll be taking out the stitches, opening the wound back up that the alpha creates when he does surgery on these women, when he restores these women. Let me help you with that. It's almost like if you went and got a surgery, right? And you was healing from your surgery. And somebody came along and took the stitches out. And now you done got an infection. Now you got a new problem. That's what these simps do with these women. They basically, it's almost like when you done fixed the wound, you done healed the dents, you done did body work on the dents. You ready to put the fresh coat of paint on it and restore them all the way. And here come the simps, reversing all the work you've done. Y'all notice how these simps, they hate the red pill, they hate MGTOW, they hate the passport, brother. They hate the black pill, they hate all of that, because all of that is how we should view these women and how we should treat these women. But they want to come, like I told a dude on Facebook, he's talking about, you make her happy, she'll make you happier. I told him, man, hey, just don't. Stop. Just stop. Don't do it. That is just not true. I was finna say, have you ever been married before? Clearly he doesn't know how women he doesn't know how women behave. So, beware of the simp. Let me tell y'all about something that happened recently that I thought was straight up simp. And it almost make me not want to even deal with this guy no more. So, guy was supposed to work on my car, right? One of the dudes to be working on my car. He's supposed to work on my car. I calls him up or I text him and say, hey man, I need you to come over here and do some work on my car, blah, 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 right? He says, okay. Why my little sister? So my little sister knows his girlfriend. He knew I'm paying you to fix my car. And he agreed to do it, and he was going to come do it, right? Why his girlfriend, all of a sudden, he ain't called me, he ain't text me or nothing. He working on her car. I'm like, man, this dude a simp, man. Like, it make me not even want to do. Like, I couldn't. If you hear how he be talking and stuff, you'll be like, man, how is you a simp, man? You don't normally act like this. Like, me personally, I don't like simps like that. Because simps mess up the game for everybody. And so, instead of him doing what he agreed to do, now it's a thing, oh, well, he working on her car. I'm like, man, she not paying him to work. He was supposed to put his foot down with her, like, I'm finna go make this money, and I'll fix your car either tomorrow or when I get back. That's what he was supposed to do. That ain't what he did. He fixed her car, and then it got too late to work on mine. That's simp stuff, man. It's simp. You see, you guys gotta stop letting these women dictate stuff to you. Y'all scared for them to leave? Man, you still got the Most High. What are you worried about with these women? Let's see what time it is. It's 1:28. What are you worried about with these women? And you still have the Most High. And I'm going to tell you, the Most High don't be liking that either. Like when y'all be putting women in front of him, like he ain't going to say, hey, you got to stop doing that. He just going to open up the books on you. Like you was idolizing her. He ain't going to tell you to stop. So he was supposed to work on my car and he worked on her car instead. Now he already knew that her car needed to be fixed. But that, I'm telling you, that almost make me not even want to deal with him no more after that. You can't be simping like that, man. That's a definition, that's an example of simping. Where you can't even do what you want to do and need to do for trying to reverse your schedule for these women. And guys be doing that don't even be their wife. And even if she is your wife, she still don't come in front of you. So, that's one of the things they do. Another thing they do, like, the only time you hear me focusing and emphasizing on people being broke is when I'm doing a video about it. These people, every time you look, these little YouTube ASS ninjas want to talk about who broke. Man, you're a YouTube ninja. Do you even got another job or another business that generates a lot of money? I don't want to hear nothing about no investment. That's supposed to be secondary. Do you have like a strong source, like a business or a job? I want to hear about no investments, man. These dudes be bragging about investing and stuff, and They basically putting all their money in and barely seeing any returns. Yeah, YouTube or Bitcoin is kind of soaring right now, but who's to say how long that's gonna last? Y'all know my views on that. Y'all know, if y'all been watching me, y'all already know my views on that. I believe in saving money. Saving it. They say, well, the dollar is deflating, losing value. So is those stock market. I looked at my stocks. My stocks was down 3.11%. That's a lot. That's why I'll be telling you, I don't get all off into that. I just do it. But see, here's my formula. You make the money, you save as much as you can out of the money you make, and then you maintain the money with a budget, investment, so on and so forth. That's how you maintain it. Like, you don't take your main sources into it, but like you take some and you put it towards that, and you just kind of maintain it, kind of play with it, if you will. But the most effective way for your money to grow is by saving it. You save 100, you got 100. Simple as that. It's cut and dry. You save 100, you got 100. You invest 100, you may have 100, you may have 97. That's how investing works. The ones that's soaring, you might be at 102, 103. I guarantee you it ain't gonna be a whole lot though. So these simp dudes, these trick dudes, let's talk about these trick dudes. They say, tricking ain't tricking if you got it. I need to go watch that. It was a debate between Pimp and Ken and what's the other pimp name? Curly or whatever. They was debating on when and how, what defines a trick. If I had time when I pull up in this parking lot, I'm gonna start watching. But I kind of agree with Pimp and Ken. Like, tricking is tricking regardless. Here's where I disagree with him. I think gold diggers, he say they just opportunists. But I think gold diggers is along the same line as a stripper or a girl on the track, because they still using what they got to get the things they want. Same thing. Because gold diggers, they gonna have to drop them draws too.